as a part of Young Hollywood, star of Cabrini, how has this time been for you? Is it exciting? Is this an exciting time for Young Hollywood like we feel it? Well, I mean, we're old guys, so we don't know, but Young Hollywood, how's it feel?
Oh my God, it's incredible. I love this. I grew up like I was in my teens to 20s in the 2010 period where it's like, yeah, I followed all this shit. Like, cause when I was a kid, I followed all of it. I loved all the stars and all that and all the Hollywood, all that. And yeah, in the 2010s, there is a real lack of like, who's a marquee draw? Like, is it still, the stars that we had in the 2000s? Because they were starting to kind of wane a little bit. A lot of our big megastars, I think a lot of them are starting to come back a little bit now. We're getting nostalgic for our old stars. And I think you're seeing a good crop of young stars, young actors and actresses. Zendaya, Timothy Chalamet, Florence
Mhm.
Pugh, Austin Butler. Austin Butler I think that Elvis movie really did like a huge number for, just making him a rising star for not just like my generation, but older generations too. I mean,
Yes. My mom
everyone
loves
loves that
Austin
guy
Butler.
now. Everybody
She's still
loves
mad that
Timothy
he lost to
Chalamet.
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, I know that was yeah.
Yeah. She's still mad about that because Austin Butler emerged as a new young hunk
Yeah,
for all generations.
yeah.
And
It's
did you see that it just came out I think today or yesterday Timothy Chalamet said he wants Austin Butler to play Elvis in his Bob Dylan
uh,
biopic.
that would be sick. That
That's
would be
the
pretty
sort of
sick.
Wow.
thing you
Yeah,
have these young
Mhm.
stars repping for each other, wanting to be in each other's movies, doing saying, "Oh, I worked with this person before and now I want to work with them again." Like that there's a system happening. They're creating this star system
yeah,
again where you're gonna see Zendaya and Timothy Chalamet in another movie together that is not sci-fi
yeah.
because
Right.
they
Ooh,
did
I
so
got
well in this movie. I mean, that's what we need. We need those personalities to be the crossovers, not the characters. It's
yeah.
about
Thank
the
you.
stars crossing over.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. You want to see the stinger for a movie just be Chalamet showing up in an Austin Butler movie as Chalamet, not
yeah,
as, Wazoo Man, who's,
Hmm.
yeah,
some 10th character from a comic book that published in the 70s.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like when Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling did movies together. You were excited that they were going to be in movies again together because you liked
Right.
them in whatever it was. I mean, they were in Gangster Squad and Crazy Stupid Love. And those are two wildly diverse movies. One was a big hit, one was a bomb, but still, it was about seeing them together. And then when they did La La Land, it really hit its peak. We loved it. That's what
Right.
we need, and that's what
yeah.
looks like is going to be happening.
Right.
I think a lot of these actors too, a lot of them are really smart. Like they're being extremely smart about what they're picking. I think they're cultivating brand. Like I don't want to talk about these people like they're brands, but you look at a lot of the 2000s, a lot of those big name actors. I always go to. I'm like, oh yeah, Sandler, Will
Mhm.
Smith, George
Mhm.
Clooney. Like they had a brand of who Sandra Bullock. They had brands of like who they were, and they had a trust in the audience of I'm going to see this movie. I know I'm at least going to get something of quality when you go to George Clooney, and I know like they had some bombs too, but like
Right.
you know
But
what
you
I
knew
mean.
what a
Like
Clooney big movie was. You knew what The
yeah, Will
Descendants.
Smith.
Yes.
Like I think
Yes.
like whatever now, but back in the 2000s, his run, I think you knew the brand of what you were going to get. You knew it was going to be a quality version because you liked to watch that person.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Right.
a lot of these actors, that's what they're doing now. That's what Austin Butler's doing. My mom can't wait to see the Bike Riders, which is
Mhm.
wild to me.
That's huge.
Yep, yeah, because he's in it, and because
Yep.
it's kind of almost like it's not an extension of Elvis, but it's kind of in the same ballpark. You know
It's a
what I mean?
James Dean situation. I mean,
Yeah,
another sort of beautiful rebel from the 50s, Yeah, and of course, I mean, I love that. I mean, I know saying branding and stuff feels
yeah, it's a little
But I
funny.
think
gross,
like
but
personalities, like
but
Mel
yeah.
Yeah,
Gibson had a
yeah,
type of movie that you could expect from him. And they all tried different things and they all tried different accents at different points. But for the most part, there was a type of movie you'd get from Stallone, you
Yeah.
would get from Cameron Diaz, the big stars gave you a type of thing that you liked. So when you
Yeah.
call it brand personality, that is what these new actors have to develop in lieu of, okay, I'm just gonna play banana guy
Yeah.
for 7
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
that's and I wasn't saying that to denigrate what you said, because branding is like is how we now use, there's a vernacular now where you say branded, and we of course know Sandra Bullock, her brand is Crisis.
Right,
That was
exactly.
huge for
Yes.
her, but yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're nailing it right there, Austin, with just making smart decisions and picking the right films, and
Yeah.
there being films available to pick
Right.
is huge, and
Right.
that needs to continue.